Elias had always been a gifted musician. His fingers danced effortlessly across guitar strings, and his voice carried a warmth that could move even the most hardened hearts. He had everything going for him: an up-and-coming career, a promising future in the music world, and the unwavering support of his mother, Anna. She had always been his biggest fan, sitting in the front row of every performance, cheering him on with pride. But as life often does, it shifted unexpectedly. When Elias was still in his 20s, his mother fell ill. It started as a minor cough, but it quickly escalated into something far more serious. The doctors didn't have good news, and within months, Anna was bedridden, unable to care for herself. Elias made a decision then that would change the course of his life. He put his music career on hold, leaving the bright lights of the stage behind to take care of his mother. Years passed. The music that once filled Elias's life became a distant memory. He spent his days caring for Anna, attending doctor's appointments, and keeping her company. His dreams of a successful career slipped further and further out of reach, but Elias never regretted his choice. His mother had always been there for him, and now it was his turn to give back. Then, one quiet morning, the phone call came. Anna passed away in her sleep, peacefully and without pain. But for Elias, her passing was anything but peaceful. Grief flooded over him in waves. There was guilt too. He had given up everything for her, and now she was gone, leaving him with an emptiness he couldn't fill. He had spent so many years focused on caring for her, he had neglected his own needs, his own dreams. And now, with her gone, he felt lost. In the days that followed, Elias struggled with the silence. His once lively apartment now felt hollow. The sounds of the outside world seemed distant, and everything reminded him of his loss. While sorting through his mother's belongings, Elias came across a dusty old box tucked away in the back of her closet. Inside, he found a collection of old notebooks, some filled with handwritten letters, others with childhood drawings. But one notebook caught his eye. It was worn and tattered, its pages yellowed with age. As he flipped through it, he realized it was a collection of his own childhood compositions, songs he had written as a young boy, songs he had never performed. They were simple, naive melodies, but they carried the innocence of a time before life had become so complicated. Then, as he turned to the last few pages, something stopped him. There, written in his mother's delicate handwriting, was a song. It wasn't one he recognized. It was a lullaby, a song his mother had written for him when he was just a child. But it was unfinished, as if she had written only part of it before putting down the pen. Elias sat in silence, the notebook trembling in his hands. His heart swelled with emotion as memories flooded back. He remembered how his mother would hum softly to him at night, her voice soothing him into sleep. This lullaby was hers, and yet he had never heard it sung. The thought that his mother had written a song for him, something so intimate and personal, filled him with a deep, aching love. He set the notebook down carefully and picked up his guitar, the instrument he had long since abandoned. As his fingers brushed against the strings, he began to play the haunting melody, unsure if he could remember the notes. But as he played, something magical happened. The song flowed from him effortlessly, as if his mother's spirit was guiding his hands. The music filled the room, and Elias was transported back to those quiet nights from his childhood, the warmth of his mother's embrace, the feeling of safety and love that had surrounded him. He could almost hear her voice, soft and gentle, singing the lullaby to him. The tears came without warning. He played the song over and over again, each note a release of emotions he hadn't realized he had been holding onto for so long. The grief, the guilt, the loneliness, all of it poured out through the music, until only peace remained. Elias knew what he had to do. He recorded the lullaby on his guitar, wanting to preserve it forever, not just as a memory, but as a gift to the world. He uploaded it to an online platform, unsure if anyone would even notice. It wasn't a polished piece, it was raw, unrefined, but it was real. It was his mother's love captured in music. The response was overwhelming. People from all over the world left comments, telling him how much the song had touched them, how it had brought them comfort during their own times of loss. The song resonated deeply, with its tenderness and beauty offering a kind of healing that only music could provide. But even as the song spread, Elias couldn't help but feel the absence of the one person he had most wanted to share it with. His mother was gone. He would never get to hear her praise his music, never hear her tell him how proud she was. The song had come too late. And yet, in that moment, Elias realized something important. Through playing the song, he had found a way to honor his mother's memory, to keep a part of her alive. The music wasn't just a bridge between his past and present, it was a path to healing, a way to move forward while still holding on to the love they had shared. As he played the lullaby one last time, Elias smiled softly, the grief no longer weighing him down. He had come to terms with the fact that some gifts, like his mother's song, were meant to be discovered when the time was right. Even if she couldn't hear it, the music was hers. And it would live on, carried by the hearts of those who heard it. Elias's journey in the Forgotten Song is a heartfelt tale of love, loss, and healing through music. After sacrificing his dreams to care for his mother, he discovers an unfinished lullaby she wrote for him, leading him on an emotional journey of remembrance and closure. Through his music, he finds a way to honor her memory and touch the hearts of people around the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more emotional, inspiring tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. Your support helps bring more heartfelt stories to life. Stay tuned for the next one.